Okay, so we're live. I am doing some late night programming tonight, working on a saving and loading system. I've got a little bit started. Um, did most of the boring stuff. I had to rework the dungeon generation a little bit to sort of prepare for this. So that's pretty much done. So we're gonna get into the saving and loading. Using JSON right now, and then I'll probably do just an encrypted file, just encrypt the JSON so that it can't be changed. Um, yeah, so it'll save. We'll have to save the world data, the dungeon data, and then the player data for right now is kind of what I want to start with, just to make sure I can get it. But for right now, we're going to start with the dungeon stuff because that's kind of the smallest. So let me throw it into the program. um, So those of you that have kind of kept up with the project, right off the bat, let me zoom this in so it's a little bit easier to read. Yeah. So you'll notice the where this used to be just returning an object of type T, generic type T. Now it's returning a tile taking generic type T, which is a new class I had to write for this stuff to work. And if I just actually go to the definition of that, the tile class has the generic type root, so that we can still access that. So in like the case of Unity, we still have the game object that we can reference. But then it has an ID, which basically links to a set of enumerable list of what the tiles are for the dungeon. Um, and that's just so that I can get that back. And then the point in world, which is vector2. And those are just private properties that get serialized by JSON. This I actually don't want to serialize. I don't want to serialize the root. I just want to serialize the ID and the world point. And you can see I'm doing that. I'm using JSON.net or Newtonsoft.json, however you want to refer to that. So each of my classes and structures have the JSON object with the member serialization.optin option, which basically means it's not going to serialize any properties or variables in the class or in the object that I don't specifically tell it to with the JSON property. So that helps me have some control. Like in this case where I don't want the root to be there, I just don't make it a property, don't make it a JSON property, but I do for the other two that I want. Same with the room. This didn't change really at all, except for the tiles and world objects had to change from a list of generic type T to a list of tile of generic type T. Obviously, you kind of get the idea there. And all of these I want to serialize, so they have JSON properties. Again, I don't want the game object root, so that's just going to stay unserialized. And that is it for kind of the big changes. I had to rework the functions. Actually, yeah. So inside the dungeon generation class is my enumerated list of tile IDs, and it's just an enumerated list so that I can easily remember it's readable code. And then my tiles available is an array now. And so my originally what was just standard properties, standard objects, are now accessing, they're getting and setting into this array based on the tile ID value. So yeah, so that's how I'm handling that now. And this is basically the groundwork for how the saving and loading is going to work. So these tile IDs here, how they're being accessed, will be the same as the ID up here. So say it's a north wall, that ID is 0 because the tile IDs .north wall equals 0 on that. So then when I'm loading, I can go, oh, okay, well, I'm going to parse the ID as a type of tile ID inside of this tiles available, and that's how I return my tile object back. And that returns the obviously the type that we set, so the root object that we set. Hopefully that was long-winded enough to confuse everybody. Everything else is the same, still setting all this stuff the same. And then here I have the, I did add actually as well, room T type root room, which just gives me access to the root of the dungeon inside of the dungeon generation, same as we're doing over here in the dungeon manager. So it's just the same idea there. That way I have the root to access when I go to save. Alright. I'm actually going to turn this down a little bit. Actually, is it? Nah, it's not too loud. Okay. So, here is the save dungeon taking a directory. So we start out, if the root room is null, we haven't generated the dungeon yet, so don't try to save the dungeon, just gonna break. So if the root room is null, just return out of the function. Otherwise, keep going, set a create a string JSON data, and then call print room JSON, sending that JSON data as a reference, and the root room object. This print room JSON is under everything right here. So this is just a, again, a, what's it called? It's a function that calls itself recursive. That's the word I was looking for. Oh my! What am I listening to? Just like went away. Okay, cool. That's broken. All right. Whatever. It's not important. Okay. So yeah, this is a recursive function. So we're checking if the JSON data is empty. Just go ahead and set it to empty. That's stupid. I don't know why I wrote that line. That was really stupid. I would basically just say, hey, is this empty? Set it to empty. That was dumb. So what we're doing is we're serializing the object room that we send into that JSON data. And then we say, hey, is there a room to the north? Cool, call that, same thing. But instead of sending it this room, we're sending it this room's to north room. So the room to the north. And we do that for each direction. And that's basically the recursion of it, so if there's no more rooms attached to a room, it's gonna just end and go back up. In theory. So basically, this should all be good to go. After that's called, we just create a writer at that directory /map.json. Call writer.writeLine, and we write that JSON data, and then we close the writer. And that's the end of the function. So, and then I added an editor button to save the map, just so I can do it without having to run the game. So if I click on my dungeon manager, you can see right here, save. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Okay. At save, 298. $298. Oh. Wait, $298? Build room? That's not right. I'm also looking in the dungeon generation. That was probably in Dungeon Manager, wasn't it? Yeah. That's why it doesn't make sense. Okay, so Dungeon Manager, because I have to call another function to get to that one. Find room, find doors, find chests, destroy map, and save. So, object reference not set to an instance of an object. Is it the persistent data path? So if it is the persistent data path, this will get called from line. It'll still be line 298 if it is the problem. Okay. Wow, my mouse just like never wants to act up until I'm streaming, and then it becomes a problem. It's fine up until the point I start streaming. Okay. Okay, okay. Yep, so app data, local low, default company, max. So that exists. Plus, oh, because I'm not, okay. So that should take care of that. Basically I wasn't, so if you look at this, when it comes back up, if you look at that persistent path, it's a folder, so it's not ending itself with a slash. So that's why. So it was basically when I was concatenating that where the folder I wanted to go to on, it would have been max saves /save, and that folder doesn't exist. So this should be good now. Nope. Okay. So save dungeon. Go to definition 299. Let's see if we even. I mean, let's. Obviously, we're making it into the function. Let's just log the directory that we're getting. Because object reference, so it might be one of the rooms is null, or all of the rooms are null, which would be the case, except for the root room. So let's see, generate. Oh, I didn't want to generate, but save. Max saves, save file 1. Okay. So that's good. That's the full directory we want. Ah. Okay. Here we go. Better error. So it couldn't find maps.json. So if not file dot system.file, right? System.io.file.exists. There we go. And then just give it this same thing. So if that file doesn't exist, system.io.file.create. And let's see, add. And then give it the same again. Okay, so that should take care of it. Yeah. It's a big should on that. So that's good. So it means that the other function was working. It just couldn't find part of the file, which makes sense. Save. Okay. So now we didn't. Oh, generate. Save. Okay. Can I like? Navigate to this folder? No. Okay, so the directory doesn't exist either. if basically we're just gonna copy all of this. And then we're gonna do if directory that exists, and just do the directory. Directory dot, okay, create directory. Weird that they changed the name for that one, but whatever. I'm not Microsoft. Okay. So let's clear this. Just regenerate our dungeon and save. Seriously. So we're getting that log, which means we're getting here. Let's just do a hit, just to make sure we're getting out of this function. Make sure we're getting to the very end of it and moving on. Generate, save. Okay, that time it worked. So if I try to access that file, if I just navigate just to the persistent directory, okay, saves. Save file 1, map.json. Cool. So that time it worked. I will obviously run it again to make sure that wasn't a fluke without the debug, because that was weird. Okay. Happy potato. Link, think. That is me. In the backwards order, but that is me. Hello, happy potato. How you doing? I apologize if I don't recognize you. My memory is not great. So if you haven't followed, be sure to give this channel a follow. I do a lot of programming, as well as a lot of other gaming stuff. But if you already followed, how you been? I'll cover all my bases here. Okay, so right now I'm just kind of going over, checking a JSON file for our little dungeon generation that I've been working on for a game. So it looks like it saved the room, saved the tiles, so ID 4, world point, okay. And then ID 0, world point. Cool. So yeah, that all looks to be good. So now basically what I need to do then is so this is for one room. I would like then to generate an array for those rooms. But that's good for right now. Let me check. Let me see why that's doing that. Oh, I know I know why it's doing that. It's literally just as simple as doing this, and then JSON data plus equals that. So this will run for each room. Okay, so it's gonna run for each room that it finds, and then And what I want to do is say if room dot room count is greater than 0. If it's greater than 0, we'll run this. We'll do that whole. We'll check for all of this. But if it is greater than 0, let's parse on or concat on JSON data plus equals. We'll add on a comma to that. So then we have each thing for the array. We have the comma for the array, and that should cover our bases. Okay, and then I got rid of that debug. So let's run this again and hope it works. Alright, so just clear out all that old stuff, regenerate our dungeon, and then save it. Okay, so I get my persistent location. If I go ahead and check that, still exists, and then my map was updated 8:29, that's what time it is. Go ahead and drag that into this. I'm too lazy to learn Unity, haha. I've made one VR test game, and that's it. I was the same way, I'm gonna be honest. I definitely did a lot of my stuff. Like, I had always tried to just write my own code. And I still kind of do in the background. I kind of work on my own little engine built on the monogame renderer. But I just have to say, Unity is super useful. And as long as you have a strong foundational knowledge of programming, which, I mean, if you're doing a VR test stuff, I assume you do, it's pretty easy to pick up. It is a bear to learn their sort of organizational structure, though, just because of the way it likes to do things. But I highly recommend it. I mean, definitely just, if you ever find time, just kind of sit down and learn it. Happy Potato, thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciate it, and welcome to the family. Maggie, leave me alone. Go do your own stream. Get out of here with your negativity. Alright. So that worked. I didn't open the thing. I just said that it worked, and I didn't actually verify that it worked. But it created the file, so that's good. It did not work. Okay. Yeah, so we can see the array bracket there. And then if I go to the very end... Interesting. Oh, that's for the tile. Okay, and then there's no comma because the room count was 0. Or attached room count was 0. And then there's a closing array. Cool. So that is that. I'm going to get rid of that debug of the persistent path. It's kind of annoying now, and I know that it works. Right there. So, okay. So we have a save. We can save the dungeon. Awesome. Now what I need to do is load it. Probably not going to be as fun. It's not going to be as easy. So kind of following the order that this goes in, we save the room, we save the tiles. But I guess I take that back. It might be really easy, actually. I literally might just be able to say, here's a list of room of type T, temp equals, and then just say JSON convert dot deserialize, and deserialize that JSON data. That might be easier than I thought. Oh, I need to deserialize it as a type of list of room. There we go. Potato, did I thank you for the follow? I did. Thank you for the follow again, though. Greatly appreciate it. Sorry, my brain is all over the place and scattered. Would you like to see what I'm working on? Sure. Yeah, just drop a link in chat if you got like a GitHub or anything, whatever you post it to. So let me see what that returns. Let me just because it would, yeah, it would know to parse it to a list, which would handle that. So then, oh shoot, actually, well, no, because it's got the. How long is that file? Now that I'm thinking about it, unless I'm so they're null. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Oh, duh, it's null because there's no room attached to it. Fucking idiot. One of these days, I'm gonna make that a shirt that just is a keyboard and a mouse and a computer, and on it it just says, I'm a fucking idiot, because that is all I say during these late night programming streams. If I just run this through just a syntax checker, it'll organize it for me. Unless I can format it myself. Format selection. Hey, there we go. Okay. That's much better. Let me scroll through 100 tiles and then 100 world objects. Okay. So maybe no, this might be okay. I might not even need a recursive function. Because really, really what I could do is the 2 north, 2 south, 2 east, 2 west rooms would get stored as an object just like this. And it would keep this room as the root. That might be what I do. And then all I have to say is over here, just return a room object. Why am I getting... Oh, because Maggie went live. Okay. So yeah, so that might be good. And then I can say root room equals temp, and then have this return an object of room T. Just like the build dungeon does, it returns the room. It returns the root room. So then we can say return temp. So that might be... Actually, let's just cut out the middleman. Let's not create another variable we don't need. Yeah, so that would be good. So then we come back over to the dungeon manager and say public void load. Not on level was loaded, god damn it. Just load. Oh, I don't know why my Nightbot, yeah, I don't know why he caught that. I'll have to check that. Just ignore him. Oh, it's an itch.io. Alright, cool. this is where I get a virus on my computer because I just trusted somebody from the internet. Or I'm gonna get jump scared. It's gonna be one of the two. Use WAS to move, press E to cook potato, and click to throw. The longer you hold, the more power you have to throw. I'm not moving. Oh.
You lied to me.
It's not the WASD, it's the arrow keys. E to cook potato. Okay. And then click to throw. Oh. What? I like this. I don't know. It's kind of it's cute. It's weird. I like it. Okay, so you hold E to cook potatoes, and then hold it, and you can just like yeet them or just let them drop. That's awesome. I like that. Nice. That's awesome. I'm gonna bookmark that. I want to kind of see what your progress is on that. That's awesome. Oh, can I move to the other monitor? Yeah. Hey, I told you it was arrow keys. Oh, you did say that. My bad. I didn't see that message. But yeah, here's the project. So I'm cooking a potato, jumping up, and then you can yeet them or just drop them at your feet, or yeet the poteet. I like this. Yeah. This is definitely something I want to work on is more physics-based games and stuff like that, platformers, because right now obviously it's easier to do just a little top-down Legend of Zelda style because you're not worried too much about physics. So this is definitely something I want to look into. I wanted to look into platformers and stuff. But this is awesome. Good job, man. Let's look at my profile. I have 2 other good games. View all my clips. Loading simulator. Wait. Fair enough. I don't know what I expected from this one. Can you like grab it or click? Okay, interesting. Like the best games you'll ever play. No, I believe it. Alright, let me check out the button. Press the button. This is going to be a jump scare. Okay, cool. I love it. It's quite literally just a button. You are right. It is quite literally just a button. Alright. So let's get back into... Oh my god, why are my eyes like twitching? Generation dot... Load dungeon. Oh. Okay, so actually what I need to do... So I want to give it just the same... path. And then have it read the file. So... Directory... we already know the file's going to exist, so we don't have to copy any of this. I want this, though. What the heck is wrong with my grammar and spelling today? I made those both in the same day. Oh, on the same day. And they are my proudest creations. There you go. Oh, I don't want to copy that. Or cut that. I want to copy it. Okay, so this I want to be a stream reader. I'll be right back. Alright. Cool, man. Okay. So I want to do reader dot readline, and then I want to save that to JSON data, which is just going to be a variable created out here, string JSON data equals that. And then reader.close. So that should be good. That should be all I need. And like I said, this is just in its basic form. Once we figure out this works, I will try to do a little bit of encryption. I'll probably do that off camera. Just so that you can't go in and just change the file. Kind of, I might look into mod stuff later, but for now, for our first game, for our first Steam release, I would rather just keep it simple. But, okay. So it's going to load the dungeon. It's returning type room. So then generate map. Basically, I want to do everything the generate map does except set the values. Because at that point, we don't care what the generation values are. We just care about loading it. Ugh. That was a disgusting burp. I apologize. Okay. And the rest of this thing I can just copy. And then I bet, yeah. So I just want to copy this room, game object, room, equals, load dungeon. So there we go. Cool. So, okay. So we have that. Let's not save the file because I want it to be a read line. So I don't want to mess up that. But let's come back into here. Do a clear. Just do a quick generate and a save just to be sure. And then actually I need to add I'll have to do this all again because I need to add the load button. And obviously these will be functions that are in the game, but for now it's just easier for me if I have them in the editor. So I don't have to keep starting and stopping the game. Because that's really not the point of it right now. I'm just checking to make sure I can get files. So. Okay. Okay. So let me clear this. Let me generate, save, and then, so I saved it. Let me destroy it. So it's gone. And now, let me load it. Okay. And back. Welcome back, Potato. Cannot deserialize the current JSON array into type dungeon.room. Requires a JSON object to deserialize correctly. Oh, but it has a... How long have you been programming? I started programming really getting into it in high school, my junior year of high school, which was 5 years ago. So about 5 years. And I work full time as a professional software developer. So, but I've had for a little less than a year right now. Um, I'm in college for software engineering. But yeah, I've been doing programming for about 5 years. The game development stuff I've kind of been hitting recently. It's always been a like dream of mine to do, and now I've kind of got the skill set under my belt to do it. So many professionals streaming on Twitch today. Wow. I mean, I'm a professional in the sense that I have a actual job. As far as that goes, not a professional. There are people way better than me that know way more about what they're doing. But I appreciate that you chose to watch me. Okay, so I can't convert it to a type dungeon out room. Why? Because, well, hold on. Let me open the file before I put my foot in my mouth. Okay, yep, that's why. Because I still have these array stuff, the array shit on here, so which I decided I wasn't gonna do. So I need to go to save, get this out of here, get this out of here, just get rid of that whole line, and then down here in print room JSON, get that out of here. Don't need to change the rest of this just because, like, hey, if there's no rooms attached, don't even bother checking. Save ourselves 4 checks. No, save ourselves 3 checks. We're doing 1 check. I've always loved programming, and I've gotten into about a year ago. I want to say I'd always make a bunch of stuff on Scratch and eventually move to actual softwares. Yeah, that's usually the. I assume you're self-taught then, if you're saying the way you make it sound like you're kind of like self-taught. It's not bad. I learned on Scratch as well, and then kind of moved on to Visual Basic and C Sharp, and then sort of got into the web development world, HTML, ASP, JavaScript, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's fun. I love programming. It's a good. I think it's a good skill set. I think everybody should have. It's definitely a kind of challenges your critical thinking, especially debugging, trying to solve the problems with your program. Why am I still getting notifications? Leave me alone, people. I am busy. Okay, so let me generate, save, and then destroy. Let me check that file. Cool. So if I load it now, the object you want to instantiate is null. Okay, where's that at? Dungeon Manager 157. Okay, good, it is on there. I like having the, this is a bit off topic, but I like having my little music, whatever I'm listening to on there. Especially right now, Ice Cream Militia, it's a friend of mine's band, but if you like their kind of music, I recommend checking them out. Yeah, I'm self-taught. I'm not the type for visual programming, though. I don't like looking at the big walls of text. It's overwhelming for me. So I use a software called Construct 3. It's really working out for me. It's event-based, but you can still do so much and really enjoy it. I'll have to check it out. See, I'm kind of the opposite though. Like I like having the big wall of text. I just like knowing that whatever's happening, I have control over. I can generally change it, go in and find the file and change it. But I also definitely do understand that it's overwhelming. I mean, this project is probably 300 lines of code on several different files. Like it's probably the average for each file. And I've worked on projects that are literally, I kid you not, 10,000 lines of code. So it can definitely be overwhelming, and I 100% understand that sentiment. I'll definitely check out Construct 3. I haven't heard of that. What was I looking at? I got off topic. Dungeon Manager 157. So build all rooms. 157, trying to instantiate a tile. I thought I fixed this at some point. Oh, I did it for world objects. Why are the tiles null? Oh, right. Right. Okay. This is exactly what I was talking about. So I loaded the JSON up, and that got the ID and the world position. But the root objects are not saved in there. So now I have to go into the load function and basically go through each thing. Oh boy. Basically have to go back through each room and go through each tile and world object list and get the root object based on the ID. I used Construct 2 for a while, but it's really old and it's getting discontinued this year, so I upgraded to Construct 3, which is still a bit old, but it's still great. There's a free version, but it's super limiting. The full version, which I have, is either $16 a month or $99 a year, $8 a month. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look at that. Just to keep myself up to date on what's out there. Okay, so okay. I need to. So after we deserialize everything, have a little function down here that's private void get tile roots. And it's gonna have the same structure as this. Oh, paste that back in. Same structure as this, and then I just want the room. Rooms are sent by ref, I think, but let me just really be sure. Just 100% certainty, and just add that on there. I'd say it doesn't hurt much, but I really don't know that. And I would just rather be safe than sorry. Okay, so it can't be passed by ref, so I would say it's being passed by ref anyway. That's my hope. Let's see what happens. I remember when I first figured out world generation by myself, it was really cool. It was also really funny when it messed up, seeing tiles where they shouldn't be. Yeah. If you're interested, on my YouTube channel, which is just ThinkLink99 on YouTube, I do have sort of the beginnings of this where I worked solely on the dungeon generation code. But yeah, I kind of ran into the same stuff where it's like, you think everything's good, and then you run it, and you've got tiles all over the place that you didn't even intend, and yeah. But my next kind of goal in generation is the sort of procedural generation, more akin to like Minecraft and stuff like that, because this is more just a basic room. Like, I know there's gonna be 4 walls, I know there's gonna be a floor, so it's kind of that sort of, it's a different style of procedural generation. Okay. So what am I doing? I am just okay. I wrote the recursive part, but I didn't write the actual meat of the function. So I want for each, not for each, for, just do a double tab on that. Room dot tiles dot length dot count, because it's a list. I want room dot tiles I dot root. Oh, sorry, I got indigestion. If my eyes are twitching, oh my god, I'm falling apart. I want to do an int. No. Enum dot parse. That's not right. Oh my gosh, people. Oh my gosh, I'm just getting all the notifications right now. Let me put on my stream music. That's fine. I'm sure the beginning part of this first hour will be muted on VOD just because I had copywritten music playing, but whatever, I don't care. So, okay. I always forget how to do this with enumerated lists. I think it's enum dot, or no, enum, okay, enum dot parse. Okay, I was right. And then I need the type of tile IDs. No. Tile IDs. And then the room.tiles I. Please stop Snapchatting me. .id .to string. Yeah. No. Cannot implicitly convert. Because I'm an idiot. Okay, ignore all of that. Ignore everything that just happened. That was stupid. I'm stupid. I'm a freaking idiot. All I want to do is available tiles. Or tiles available, whatever the fuck I called it. At that ID. That's what I want to do. And then same thing for world objects. And I'm just going to do this in the same for loop because both lists are the same size. Alright, I mean, that should work for one room. And right now, only one room works anyway on generation, which is a whole other problem I have to figure out, but that's for another stream. Alright, so let's generate, save, destroy, and then load. The object you want to instantiate is null. Why? Am I getting tile roots? Did I? No. God dang it! Get tile roots at root room. Yeah, remember when you said a lot of professionals were streaming? I'm not one of them. Fucking, I'm an idiot. I think I might make my potato game have randomly generated rooms too. If I don't, it'll definitely be a story-based game. See, that was my partner and I, writer. that was kind of what we thought too. Is we tried to figure out if we wanted to go for a more story-based game or something replayable. We settled on just replayability. So randomized rooms, randomized items, that sort of stuff. Generate, save, destroy, load. Well, this is interesting. This is a fun development. Um, so it loaded the chests, which is good. Chests are good. They're back in their same place. Um, but it gave it all the north wall tile. Wait. It gave it all the north wall tile, but... Huh. It's under there. So if I find where the north path starts, okay, and then do all this, get rid of all this. If I just disable all these, there it is. I got rid of one of the chests, but you get my point. So it's under there. It kind of worked. Northeast path. Interesting. Very interesting. So, okay. So why is that? Let me try it again. If it doesn't work first time, try again. Generate. Okay. So you can see all the other tiles are gone. This is just the way the room is supposed to look. So then I'm gonna just kind of change my seed. This is another thing I did. Implemented a little seed thing so I can just quickly change the randomization of it. There. That way the chest isn't inside my player. Generate, save, destroy, load. Interesting. So if I zoom in, you can see where my tile walls are, which are my bounding walls, my collidables. So that's how I could tell the northeast stuff. All the tiles that are supposed to be there are there because I can see their colliders. So where did my where did it go? There it is. Okay. So now I gotta figure out why it's putting in those extra tiles. Where it's finding those extra tiles. Oh, now my eyes are watering. Perfect. Yeah, I'm confused. If that wasn't obvious. Let me check my map.json. Let me format this. So this tile's good. This tile's good. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So and then 9, 10. So that's a whole wall good. Okay. And then that's a wall, floor. Okay. Okay. To spare myself having to check literally 100 tiles. 3, 3, 3, 3. There we go. Let's do no chests. There we go. Okay. So let me save, destroy, load. So why is that happening? Okay. Oh my gosh. My allergies are in full force today. I apologize. Yes. Format document. Now, 5, 3, 8, 4, 2, 6, 1, 7. Oh! The world objects. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. So, what I need to do then is, for my world objects, if this is 0, don't do anything. So if this ID is greater than 0. Because really that should only happen, it's only 0 if it's not assigned. I'm sure that'll cause a problem later, just knowing me, but that should be good. That should cover that. So now I don't have to do anything more. I'm just gonna load it. Oh, well, I'll clear this and then load. There we go. Oh, and it created a whole other room. Interesting. What room is this? Oh, that's the one that was last created. Okay. So there we go. And now if I go in here, increase my size again, let's do a 5, 5. And a 5, 5. Chests, let's put 2 in. Okay. And let's just change our seat around. There we go. So then I'll save it, destroy it, and load it. And there we go. So obviously too, I'm sure somebody watching this in the future might be thinking, because I have the dungeon seed and all this, the dungeon generation is going to be the same, and I can prove that by just clicking the generate bunch a bunch of times. It doesn't change. So obviously I could have just reran the script like that, but this way it saves us some time. We're not going through and checking for a bunch of stuff. We just already have it, so we're just loading it up. And this way too, if I want to do any kind of like world destruction or something, or get rid of objects in the world, or add objects to the world, they're there, and I have that information. So, yeah. So that's good. That's dungeon generation, world generation, pretty much done. Obviously, there's a couple bugs. If I try to add some rooms on, it starts to break for the place chests. Min value cannot be greater than max value. Let me check that. Yes to all. Let me just do a Unity engine .debug .log of chest min and chest max, because I'm sure that's what's messing it up. but we'll see. Excuse me. And then a null reference. So let me just generate 2, 2. Min value cannot be greater than max value. Well, it's not. What if I set it to 1? Clear all these. Generate. Okay, so that's not the issue, because that works. So let me check here and here. Start x plus 1 and room width minus 1. Oh. Wait, start x plus 1. Start x plus 1. That's supposed to be. So my start x, I mean, would be 0 in this case. All right, let me check it. I think that's where the problem is. Start y plus 1 and room height minus 1. So let me check these values and see what's going on here. And we're gonna do 1 chest, just to be sure. Oh. Okay, it's gonna run multiple times anyway. Don't want that anymore. Oh, because it's gonna run for each room. Okay. So let me just put a little note here what this is. Start X and start Y. That way I know what I'm looking at. Because this chest code might be the problem with my multiple rooms. I hope. So 1 4 1 4 1 4. Oh, so 1 4 and 1 4 for the one room, and then 1 4 6 4. And that's why the okay. So it's that one. So it's a second room. So my start value. Oh. So I want to do the room width plus the start. That's what I want. But I want that down here, not there. And then here I want to do the room height. Because basically what it's, so yeah, let me explain. Basically what it's doing is, the start X is where the room starts, but we're still using just regular room widths. So the room could start at position 5, and the room width would be 5. Well, we still want to go from 5 in the world to position 10 in the world, so that we get that room width of 5. So it would have to be the room width plus the starting value. Basically, we're offsetting it. It's an offset value is what that is. In a lot of words, I could have just explained it that way. So now if I clear this, generate. No. Is my start X 0? Oh, I want my start Y for that one. And not that I think that will change much, but we'll see. Oh, shoot, I just opened up Magic Arena. That's not what I wanted. No, don't make changes. Hopefully that means you won't open. Wake up, Spotify. Show yourself. There you go. I guess Spotify just like falls asleep every once in a while. Okay, generate. Hey, there we go. Room count 4, or between 1 and 4. So I got 3 rooms. Cool. So okay, big test. I got 3 rooms. Time to save it. Ah, there we go. Self-referencing loop detected for property to north with type. Okay. Okay. So didn't think about that. About a self-referencing loop. All right. Give me a minute. It's been about an hour and 15 minutes. I'm gonna give myself a break. I will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes, maybe. Just gonna get some water and just give myself a bit of a brain break here. So Potato, feel free to stick around or whatever. But I will. I'll catch you back here in a little bit. Okay. So, went and got myself some lemonade and everything. So, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Um, so I think what I'm gonna do is um, sorry, I'm thinking it through in my head. Um, use a JSON property for so these rooms will be IDs instead of actual rooms, or instead of actual room objects. So if I just do this, get rid of these JSON properties here. We'll do int to north ID equals 0 equals -1. There we go. All right, so then to south, to east, and to west. And the JSON properties will be on those. Oh, I'm not. There we go. Sorry about that. I forgot to switch my screen. I also got a Facebook notification on my computer and just scared me. So I'm going to use the two north ID values, or the room ID values for each adjacent room. And then that'll stop any self-referencing. And then what I need to do on the load is well, actually, then, so on the save, then I'll have to go back to what I had originally planned to do, which was this. This is why you comment out code you're not going to use, just in case you change your mind right away. And don't be a dummy like me and just completely get rid of it because you're so self-confident. So if this is greater than 0 attach room count, then JSON data plus equals that. So we're just gonna have a list of the room objects in the game that aren't necessarily going to be linked to each other. They're only going to be linked to each other via the ID values. This I can get rid of. This is a concept I have for chunk loading. It's very simple, but it'll be so much more complex in the game. Nightbot, screw off. Yeah, I gotta change that because I'm definitely not against links all the time. It says I have to have a password to view the page. Oh, okay, there we go. 6259. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. That's interesting. I'm now off the screen, so I'm just loading a bunch of chunks off the screen. So I'm assuming then this is sort of the same, like you would generate it by the chunk, and then this would be your world that your player would navigate through. I like that. That's a good concept actually. That's not a bad proof of concept. That's really good. I guess I do actually have a question though. You can answer this, or you don't have to if you don't want to. What are are the different colors significant then in this little prototype? Like, is that sort of the different types of images for the ground you would use? The colors just show that there can be different sorts of objects in each chunk. Okay, that makes sense. Cool, yeah, I like that. That's really good. Bernadette, stop. Stop tagging me in things. Every color is a different object entirely. That's awesome. That's really good. I like that. Okay, so I'm printing the node.json, all that's fine. Got that back to the way it was supposed to be. So now on the load dungeon, we're gonna go back to the way I had originally said and do a temporary. I could also do randomization on enemies in each chunk, so it's not super repetitive. That's actually what I had planned to do as well with mine. It's at a later state. I'm trying to get, obviously, just the core tiles and sort of interactable objects down. But that's kind of the thinking I had, is that I could give a room sort of a set of monsters to spawn, and it would randomly spawn in monsters in the room. So yeah, that's kind of the same line of thinking I was going. So I want to do JSON convert dot deserialize object of type list of room of generic type of not generic type 2. Oh yeah, of generic type 2 because I'm in the generator. And a third one. There we go. And then I want to do the JSON data there. So then I want to do for each var room in temp room. So that gets my tile root objects. So that sets the tiles again. So then I also want to room dot to what? Why are you not letting me room dot? Okay, there we go. To north equals. I'm gonna use some link queries. That might slow it down. We'll see. If it starts to affect performance too bad, I will get rid of it. But we're gonna do a temp dot where r dot id equals room dot. Oh, I need to access that to north ID. So set that as a public variable. Public. It'd probably be smarter to write a function to just get that so that I'm not changing it. But that is for future me to worry about. I'm not a good developer. I don't know if I've said that or not. I believe I have once or twice. Dot first or default. So first or default, it'll either return the object or it will return null. Either is fine. Oh, I only want 4. So then to south. to south ID, to east, to east ID. Oh, nope, 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 nope. To east. And then to north. No, not to north, to west. To west. To west ID. Okay, so just a little explanation for those that aren't familiar with link queries. Basically, I'm saying find in the temp list that I have made up here, find where an object in it, its ID, is equal to the room that I'm currently accessing here. It's north property, it's north ID property, or south ID, or east ID, or west ID, whatever. Basically, it's just saying where this ID is equal to the ID that I want to find, return that object to me, or null if you can't find it. Actually, we're gonna loop through this twice. Once to do all the tiles, and then once another time to do the room assignments. Because I want to make sure that the tiles are correct and done when the rooms are getting assigned. Okay. So I think that's good. I've said that how many times now, and it hasn't been good, but let's give this a minute to compile everything. Clear this. So let's do a quick generate, and then save to get the new file. And I can come over here and check that. What? Save. Uh-oh. That's the actual file, 937. Yep. Let me close it and reopen it. I don't like that. Oh, here we go. Nope. That's the file. Okay, I closed it. Let me just save it again. Maybe it didn't like it because the file was open. Who knows? It couldn't possibly be anything I did. Okay, it's something I did. Oh, I bet I set equals instead. Yep, and not plus equals. That's why. Okay. So clear, generate, save. Before I destroy, just double check my map JSON. Room count 0, that's not right. Let me just format this, make sure I have 4 different rooms. I don't. Also, my IDs are wrong, so that's another thing. Uh-oh. That's not good. So, on my save, I updated the generation page if you want to see another concept. Hell yeah. Let me drag this over. Not now. Let me reload it. Okay. Oh, so that's the enemy. Okay. That's really cool. I like that. Hey, that's pretty good. Right now it's simply a 50-50 chance to spawn. Yeah, that makes sense. Um, Something I had explored in a previous um, sort of uh, game concept that I was working on was spawn rates. I was working on a spawn rate thing, so I would definitely recommend that checking that out. If that's something you would be like, if that's something you would want to do, either like a randomized position set on a seed, or they have a percent chance to spawn based on some certain value. But basically, you would give it a number of a spawn chance. Basically, like I did mine as integers between 1 and 100, or between 0 and 100, and then anything that any number generated a random number between 0 and 100, and anything less than the spawn chance um didn't spawn, or it did spawn it. Anything less than the spawn chance, it spawned it. So if you're going for a sort of spawn chance model, that's something you can look into. Or the way I'm going to do it with this one is based on the seed. Spawn it in a random place based on a minimum and maximum creatures to spawn and a seed. So but now I gotta check out why this isn't working. um, so print room JSON. So I'm serializing the room. My attached room count. Oh, although it is a pretty annoying process, so I'm gonna try and make as modular as possible. I'm gonna count how many actions it has. Hey, modular code is always the way to go. You never want to make something that's so hard rooted into somewhere that it can't be moved. Unless you're sure you're never going to have to move it. But modular code is good code. That was actually my idea building this dungeon generation. That's why I'm using generic types. This whole dungeon generation stuff, even though I'm building it in the Unity stuff inside of all that, the idea behind it is that I could take this code and at some point will take this code, put it into my own little DLL library that I can then access anywhere, and just give it a type in here, and it will always work. The idea behind this is that regardless of what's put in, it will always work. So modular code is good code. Why? So my room count. Why is my room count not getting set? 83 actions in total. Fun. So when you say actions, what do you mean? I guess I don't understand. Is that something part of construct? My test room count. I don't want to save the attached room count. There's no reason to. What I want to do is set a int count equals 0, and then come down here and grab my this. Get rid of the room dot and just say to just get all the actual properties on it. And then here, I want to say count plus plus. That's it. So if there are rooms, just increase the count and then return that count. Simple as that. This does not need to be a stored number. We're just checking how many rooms are on it. Keep it simple, stupid. So you have event, let's say, bullet on collision with person, and I wanted to destroy. I would add an action like destroy person or destroy bullet. Okay. Gotcha. Here, I can grab an image real quick. Okay, that would be helpful. Before you post a link, let me check my Nightbot just to make sure it's not gonna ban you for putting a third link in. Spam protection, links, disable. There you go. Alright, you should be good to go now. I disabled the link filtering, so. Okay. So that would be why it's not saving it, because the number was always 0. So that should take care of that. He said doubtfully. Clear, generate. Oh. Reference not set to an instance of an object. Find doors. 244. Ah, shoot. Oh, find doors at 224. So why did my code change so drastically? Place doors. I guess let's Control Z our code back to the way it was. Just to make sure that that works with that in there. These are just some snippets of when I was trying to do some multiplayer stuff. Generate. Okay. Generate. If I change the seat around, yeah, that lets me get a couple more rooms. Oh, okay, I see. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. So basically, then when you say module, okay, so you're gonna try to take remove some of these and put them somewhere else, and okay, that makes sense. That's not too bad actually. That's kind of nice. It's a nice little layout for that. If you scroll down, there's an example. There's the example I told you. Oh, okay, right there. So bullet on collision with person, destroy, destroy bullet. Okay, that's not bad. I'm gonna have to try that sometime just to try it, just to do it. Oh, okay. So why does removing the room count break my code? I want to do case sensitive. Thank you. Okay. Now I'm confused. What about attached room count? I guess let's not be case sensitive. Some people say it's cheating when it comes to programming because it's not coding, but really it's just condensed code. I mean, it doesn't matter. Anyone who tells you it's cheating because it's not coding, they're dumb. I know people who use Game Maker by Yo-Yo Games, and it's the similar concept of the drag and drop and more. It's a more drag and drop style of programming. I mean, it's Scratch is the same way. Scratch is a drag and drop style programming that actually a lot of engineers use. So, yeah, anyone who tells you it's cheating probably actually doesn't know what they're doing. Let's get rooms. So if attached room count equals 1, return. Why am I returning if attached room count equals 1? Rooms.add this. Okay, so I'm trying to... Here's the part of the code, here's the part of the process where I didn't comment anything I did, and I am now trying to remember exactly what I did. Some of it makes sense and some of it doesn't. What is this get rooms function doing? Find all references. Room.get rooms, and that is on the generate map. I assume the second one is on load. Okay. Okay, so then I'm calling the get rooms recursive function here. So then I'm saying, okay, rooms.add this, add this to the rooms object that I'm sending. And then okay, and then I'm checking the to north and to north ID is not equal to the last room ID. Let's get rid of this and just see if that. So let's actually. Kind of wish I hadn't done that. Now I could have controlled wide, but whatever. Let's put this back to the way it was. Actually, before we do that, let's stop hitting Control Z. Okay. Let's just comment this out and see what that breaks. What seems to be the problem? So, basically, what I did was something really stupid. And I have a property down here, attached room count, that isn't getting a value changed on the room count. It's always 0. And then somewhere else, I'm looking for that room count to be not 0. in order to save other rooms. Basically, when I change one small thing, my whole thing breaks. So that's what's new, but also what isn't new, because that always happens. So generate. Okay, that's a good sign. It didn't break anything. Save. Well, that's not going to do anything. Okay, so getting rid of that didn't break anything. Yes. So if I just do this real quick, change this to be get, just a get. Byte count. Count. How are you doing, Cody? Good to see you. If to north is not equal to null. Not that. I'm gonna do this. Count plus plus. I'm eating Taco Bell. I have my Taco Bell left over from lunch that I might dig into. So, same. To east. To west. And then return count. Mukbang. Mukbang. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so let me try this. Let me see if this changes anything. This should hopefully allow me to save properly. Basically, Cody, to catch you up, I'm working on a JSON saving and loading of this dungeon generation. So I'm saving all of the dungeon data in the JSON format. It's taken me an hour and 50 minutes to do. To generate, just to make sure nothing's broken. Save, to make sure it worked. That's, oh boy. Oh no. That's taking a while. So that means it's actually going into the actual rooms then, I think. Oh boy. Here we go. Did my dad send me an image, or did he just send me the word image? Oh, okay. My parents took my cat, or took our cat back to where they're living now. So that's him exploring his new environment. This will give us a moment to mention our sponsors. You. This will give us a moment to mention our sponsors. Have you heard of Twitch Prime? Oh. If you like this content, be sure to tell your friends about it and get them to come watch me as well and chat so that I can be a Twitch affiliate and make money off of subscriptions. Yeah, there we go. And my Unity is broken. Alright, that's fun. I wouldn't doubt that this is going to actually cut my remote connection to my laptop, and I'm going to have to go, like, reset all that. I'm calling it now. Oh, where is my Quesadilla? There it is. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna dig around my Taco Bell from earlier. Aha! I told you! I told you it was gonna disconnect my laptop. Shit. Alright, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I am gonna go take care of that. Don't feel bad. I'm eating 2 soft tacos and 3 quesadillas, and drinking Jackie O's Mystic Mama West Coast IPA. Nice. I drink lemonade, and I'm eating a quesadilla. I do have a second quesadilla though, so we'll see. Ah, come on. All right. Let me go turn my laptop back on. Whatever I did in Unity crashed my whole laptop, and I remote into my laptop to work. So let me go restart that. Oh, okay. Oh shit, is this the trashiest of mangoes? To which Nightbot promptly told you to stop spamming caps. No one listened, and then I noticed, oof, you in trouble. Sawi verified Nightbot. Don't apologize. He just thinks he's special because he's verified. I killed a spider on stream a couple minutes ago. Okay, and then I think AJ left. Maybe not. Alright. I'm back though. Um, whatever I did was so bad. Oh, I didn't see you as a third viewer. That's why I thought you were gone. um, well, whatever I did was so bad in Unity that it crashed my laptop, and I just had to fully restart everything, and yeah, it wasn't great. So now I'm trying to connect it. Y'all know each other's names, and I'm over here like, yeah, we're all good friends. That's why. Good, good is a relative term. Come on, connect. Hi, bipedal dolphin. My name is Cubby. Okay. Quody. Alright, let me go check why my laptop's not connecting. Be right back. Okay, past like 15 to 20 minutes has just been me getting up and getting down. But we're back, and we're good, and we're connected, and why are you doing math in this stream? I hate math. No, I refuse to look at math. Link should do my homework for me. um, Link failed math 3 times before finally passing, so you don't want Link to do math for you. Alright, let me open up all my shit again. Algebra equals content. Get out of here, Docker. I don't want to recover that file. I want to recover everything else that crashed. Good job, idiot. You broke the internet. Yeah, well. Oh, I mean Docker. I mean, at the rate I'm going, like, I'm gonna break the internet. I don't know what the problem was with my Unity code, but it did not like that. So now I gotta figure out what I did wrong. Cause I'm a dumbass. Oh, you are right, guys. Math is hard. Okay, 12x plus 13 equals 7x minus 7. So it'd be 12x minus 7, which is... Oh boy. Well, we'll do 13 minus 7, that's 6. Or 13 plus 7, that's 20. So... I don't know why I tried to start doing mental math. 12 minus 7, that's 5. No. Yeah, 5. Stupid. So 5x equals 20. Negative 5x. Negative 5x equals 20. Yeah. It would have been fine if you hadn't verbalized it. Yeah. If I would have done it actually mentally, no one would have known that I was getting it wrong. But I had to talk. It's alright, I got there in the end. Oh, and now we just sit here and wait. I don't know why Visual Studio is taking forever to load. Never mind, that was the magic word. We started learning Prolog in my progressive languages class. Or programming languages class. It's Progressive languages. I'm an idiot. What's prologue? don't facepalm me, Cody. Guess who's playing Among Us? Maggie? No, you probably, because you brought it up. Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, what the hell? I was just texting someone about Among Us, and then I heard you say it. And Alec. What? You got the Alec to talk to you? To talk to anybody on the server? Amazing. Okay, I gotta figure out what my save code is doing, because it's doing something very wrong. So... and I'm afraid to run it again, because I don't know what it's gonna do. The Canadian bitch is playing? No, he isn't talking, I just see it on Steam. Oh. Walk me through the problem, friend, and see what we can do. Okay, so... let me minimize all of these other functions and work my way back up to the save function. Oh, there it is. Okay. Don't need load, just need save. So basically what I'm doing, I'm starting my JSON data with an array, and then I'm calling the print room JSON function. This is a recursive function that takes in the JSON data string as a reference and the current room you want. It adds the serialized JSON, it adds the serialized room object to the JSON data string, and then it checks if the attached room data is greater than 0. If it is, then we add a comma onto it, and then it's going to check for each room. So it's going to check each room. If it's not null, it's going to do the same thing. Print room JSON with a JSON data reference, and then the room.toNorth object, or to south, to east, to west. And it's going to do that until there are no more rooms attached to anything. And then it's going to close the array, check if a directory exists, if not, create it, check if a file exists, if not, create it, and then initialize our stream writer at this file location. It's going to write the JSON data to the line, which gets us this. And then closes the writer. I'm gonna actually look at this, make sure, see if I got multiple rooms. No, I didn't. But and it's gonna do all of that when I click save here. You should show these people my potato game. I'd love to see their reaction. Alright, hold on, I still got it. Hot potato, unfinished. Alright. This is game of the year right here. So we're gonna cook our potatoes, alright? And then we're gonna yeet them. And we're out, so time to cook the potatoes again. And yeet. I'm telling you guys, game of the year right here. Alright. Back to the problem at hand. So, if I generate some rooms, if I say 4, that is a great game. Change our seat around, see if we can get a couple more rooms on here. Actually, let's just do 2. Let's just do 2. That wasn't sarcastic. I didn't think so. So, I click generate. I already generated it. I don't know why I did that again. And then save. And there it goes again. Can I... Let's see if I can close Unity before this breaks my computer. Because you can already see it's starting to take its toll on my computer. Please open Task Manager. Please open Task Manager. Please open Task Manager. Please open Task Manager! Okay, thank God. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Load, 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 load. So something is wrong. Like, it's when it gets to the next room, it was fine with one room. With more than one room, it starts to shit the bed. Oh, okay. That's cool. No shit, bub. Okay. Come on, come on, come on. Unity editor. I just closed this one, though. There we go. End task. End task. Okay. Whew. Okay, we got it. So let's end task again, because apparently there's still some Unity processes open. Okay, so we're gonna leave the task manager open, just in case that happens again. And now my Visual Studio doesn't work. But I don't know. I don't know what could be so different about the second room that's going to cause it to break like that. Like, if you would think if it worked fine on the first room, it would work fine in the second one as well. And I assume map.json didn't get updated. Probably not. Now what's sucking all my disk space? Come on. Visual Studio? Of course it is. Just print one room for now and output the JSON. Well, I've done it. I've done it with the the one room and it worked fine. Let me close Visual Studio and reopen it. I mean, I can try it again. I'm sure now that I've changed stuff, it won't work. But I haven't changed. What I changed, I wouldn't think would have broken it. This is the confusing thing. Is the JSON on screen now? What is saved? The JSON was from a previous save. Why is my loading? It's not even loading. It's just frozen on the loading icon. I really did something. I really fucking broke it. So how does it save it? To what? How? What? It saves it not so carefully to a file using the JSON.NET Newtonsoft library. I don't know. I don't know what answers you wanted there. There's no way Visual Studio is using my full disk space right now. It's not. System. Can I just stop system? Is that something I can do? Because you can see it lagging, like it... Something broke. I really screwed something up with that. But yeah, I'll crank it down to one room, and hopefully it works with one room. But like I said, I wouldn't think the problem would just be... Like, if it works with one room, you would think it would work with all of them. It's just taking the same code, and it's just using a simple JSON serializer, so... It's certainly not anything that would brick the whole Unity process, not with 2 rooms. Like, if that's what it's going to do with just 2 rooms, then I hate to see what it's going to do with, more. My Spotify is blocking a little, so you can't see the title, Visual Studio. It's alright, I'll just get rid of it. I'll hide it for the stream. Okay. Are you making a video game? Well, right now I'm making a mess. But yes. How you doing, Hanging? Good to see you. How is it saving actual title data? I see ID and world point, but what does that refer to? The ID of the title and the vector of the tile, where it's positioned in the world. The ID is just how I get the tile information back. It's just my ID for the tile that it is. What's the game going to be about? It is a dungeon crawler RPG. Beyond that, we don't have a full scope yet. I really wish this loading icon would go away since it's not doing anything, but it's really annoying. It's a snake. A snake. Him snake. I'm just confused. Breakpoints. Well, the thing is, I can't really put any breakpoints down because I'm not running the game. I'm doing this all from the editor. I could probably put a breakpoint. I could probably run it. We'll see. Could probably run it and save it. We'll see. Poggers. Dungeon crawler RPG, so like a Diablo type game. I'm not familiar with the dungeon crawler genre is. The dungeon crawler genre is like the Binding of Isaac, stuff like that. And yeah, in an RPG in the sense it's sort of like a Diablo type game. Not quite as in depth. Not really like a whole questing system or anything. More just simple stats and all that kind of stuff. RPG style stats and things like that. Okay. So room count 2. Let's give myself a new seed. One that preferably is going to generate 2 rooms. Thank you. There we go. I gotta work on that then. I suspect it has something to do with the recursion. I'm sure that was super helpful. Yeah, I mean, I figure it's something with the recursion too, but it's 2 rooms. Like, it's not like it's not going 3,000 layers deep or anything like that. Like, it shouldn't be enough to. It shouldn't be enough to break the whole thing. I wouldn't think. What is your base case? The base case is if the attached room count is 0. So if it's 0, it's done checking, and it's just going to leave the function. So if it's greater than 0, it's going to keep going and try to check those rooms. But if it's not, it's going to move on. So the recursive function never returns anything. No, because I'm using the string JSON. I'm using the string as a reference. I could have this just return a string, it would be the same thing. But I'm just using the string as a reference. Let me do this. In my set adjacency, but the changes are only local to each function call, right? But the changes are only local to each function call, unless it's passed by reference. Yeah, that's the point. I'm not changing anything on the objects I'm sending apart from the string. I'm changing the string, I'm sending it by reference. We're going back to 2014 with this EDM. Hell yeah, man. um, Cody, do you want to hop in voice? Because I don't think I'm going to understand you in chat. Also, if the base case is how many neighbors are left, how are you keeping track of the ones you've already saved? How am I keeping track of the ones? Because I've already done the ones that are saved. Oh! Oh! You have more viewers than Maggie, and you're doing something that, like, one person watching knows how to do. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, Cody, I got you. I got you now. Okay, so it is okay. Okay. So what's happening here is I'm calling the print room for the room that starts the dungeon. And then we're going to check and say that, like, in this case, it has a room to the south. So then it's going to be like, oh, well, there's one attached room. I'm going to add a comma, and I'm going to check if room.toSouth is not equal to null, which is true. Then I'm going to go in here and run this function again. Well, then we get to that room, and that room has this as its toNorth room. So it's like, oh, I'm going to go check my room toNorth. So it's an infinite loop. Because it's looping back and forth between these two things. These chips hit different at night. So if the attached room count is greater than 0, and actually, if it's greater than 0, so I want to check then if room.toNorth is not equal to null, and room.toNorth.id is not equal to, or room.toNorth is not equal to room.to. So how do I want to do this? So I want to make sure that the room.toNorth is not equal, or room.toNorth.toSouth is not equal to room. I think it would be better to keep track of the map with loaded tiles and loop through with 2 loops. Okay, now I don't know what you're saying. Oh, yeah, I do. I mean, this isn't just for tiles though. This is for the whole room object. I mean, I guess. But my plan is to have more information on the rooms that I would want to, store. So I would still want to store the room object anyway. It's almost 10 p.m. on a Saturday. I could be out with my band partying, but here I am, watching Trey and having way more fun. Hell yeah, man. And then Potato. Trey! I know his name now! Yeah. In the recursion, you could also check if the room ID is already in the string. That is way better than what I was about to fucking do. That makes way more fucking sense. Okay. And not JSON. Let's not talk about what you were gonna do then. JSON data.contains. How is it? Because I don't want to just check for the number, obviously. I want to check for... Yeah. Before I do that, though, I have to actually make sure that those are being set correctly. So the 2 north ID is equal to 2 north get 2 north dot ID. Does Troy have a Discord server? I do. I'm debating if I want to open it up to. I don't have my community server yet. It's more just for my friends, but I'm debating opening it up. I'm not sure yet. As no currently. No as and clause in if statement. I figured out what to do. Enter room.2 is equal to pogchamp. Break the simulation. There you go. That's it. You done it, hanging. Due south. Oh, that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do. I want to copy this. Pogchamp.text. To east. And then to west. Okay. So that should store my is JSON property a decorator? It's the property tag for, or attribute tag for a JSON object to tell which properties I want to use. What? Okay. I come here and break your concentration with my bullshittery. Yeah, that's true. My focus is like out the window now. Okay. So then I come back down to this monkey on the toilet. Anytime I get in chat, you question your decision to make me a mod. Sometimes breaking concentration is the best solution when coding for several hours. Yeah. Okay. I'm helping? Yay. Okay, so I want to make so do I want to do this? Is this the best way? Contains 2 north ID. So, okay, Cody, you said no as and clause in if statement. In the base case. Well, the problem is with the base case. Fuck it. The problem is with base case, like if I check for an ID in the base case, I'd have to check for all 4. And I really don't care about all 4. I just need to know. Well, Okay, okay. Let's try it. Room.attached count is greater than 0, and you ever just be doing something and then all of a sudden, dang, life exists. Don't check ID, maybe check whole JSON data then. I don't know. Let's... Raggy, Rogers and the rat. I'm in streaming. Okay. Let me turn my music down. Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
So, what I mean is, if inside of the, don't do all the stupid shit you're doing right now. I mean, how do I put that nicer? I had it in my brain and it left as soon as I joined the call. So, room.attached room count greater than 0, and oh no, you're doing plus equals. Maybe instead of doing JSON data plus equals before the base case check, um, make a like room data as the converted as a serialized object, and then check if the serialized object is already in JSON data. And I would recommend adding a return functionality so that it returns an updated string. Because that's how I've seen every other recursive function in this scenario used. All two of them.
All two of them.
Yeah. Is what I'm saying making sense?
No. Well,
Okay.
the problem is with returning the JSON data is I'm starting it as an array. If I try to deserialize that now, it's gonna break just because I'm not closing the array.
What if, I mean, one option would be to just have a function that creates the array of rooms, the rooms array, and then puts that in.
Yeah.
Because I know that like you can have an array, and then there's also like a serialized array for, because most JSON, libraries have that option.
Okay, let me...
So if you could just make an array of the rooms that you have.
Yeah. I mean, either way, it's gonna end up the same way. Like, I still gotta go through and loop, just based on the way I built it. Let's
Okay, so what I'm saying, fuck, how do I do this? Computer stuff, right? And then also, are the room IDs, are those unique?
Yeah.
Or is that just like to identify the type of tile that needs to fill that?
Okay, so that's where you're getting confused. This is a room, not a tile. The room is this whole this whole thing. So this is a room, and this is a room.
So a room is a collection of tiles.
Correct.
Okay, and every room is unique. It has nothing to do with how they're generated.
The rooms themselves are unique. They have unique IDs.
Okay, And that's the ID you're saving as ID in
Correct.
JSON.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, that actually makes it a lot easier, I think.
So if room.toNorth is not equal to null and last ID is not equal to room dot to north dot ID. I'll do that. My brain feels like it's in a microwave trying to understand what's happening. Mine too, buddy.
Oh yeah, ours too. Yeah, we're all in a microwave together. We all live in a yellow microwave.
So a room is a collection of tiles. My brain. Beep beep beep. Ah yes, the floor here is made of floor. Yeah, it's microwavy tonight.
Recursion is always microwavy.
I want everyone to know. Oh, who just joined? I want
Hi,
everyone.
Gran.
I want everyone to know that almost 3 hours ago, I was really competent, and I knew exactly what I was doing.
That's how it always starts.
And then I kept going, and I didn't
Yeah,
stop.
that's how that happens. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just checking if the room is not
Microwave hot dogs.
It smells like microwave hot dogs. If the room to north is not equal to null, so if it exists, and the last ID that was used is not equal to this ID, which should be good, I think. So if the last ID was the no, I want to switch them. I want the opposite. I want the 2 south. So if the last ID was the room 2 south, then it's not going to check the north again.
Check computer stuff.
Hold on.
No.
Yes.
Do it now.
I am the streamer here.
I am helping you.
Don't you tell me what I
Room
am.
data equals JSON to convert us to object room if room to attach room to count and JSON data contains.
You see what I'm saying now, Trey?
Well, JSON data is a string.
Oh,
Oh, it's a serialized, not deserialized. Sorry, I read that wrong.
Does that make sense now?
That does make sense. That
Okay.
That might be better in the long
Gee,
run.
thanks.
So if I just do a quick var temp, or what'd you call it, room data?
I did.
What am I doing? The code is right there. Stack Overflow this shit. All right, there we go.
I didn't like
No, it's fine.
obsessed over spelling, so be sure.
I'll fix what needs fixed, but if that and there and that.
No, Trey, to be fair, you say that now, but I'm sure you had that thought when you were started programming.
Huh.
I'll fix what needs fixed.
Yeah, that's why this project is such a mess right now.
Okay, so other than so now in
really,
general,
I really don't even need what I just did then.
Yeah.
And
in general, most recursive functions, they have a base case and then they have the recursive call. And so it's like if base case is met, then return, else call the recursive function, enter the next recursive level.
Right.
But since you're not returning, I don't know like how that would translate. So what I'm saying is it could still continuously call.
Right, you saying with what
it'll just be skipping.
With what we just did, it'll still continuously call?
I think it could still continuously call. It'll just be
well, no, because because the way this is set up then, so if it is 0 but the data contains it, so if that's false, then it's going to skip over. It's just going to add the room to the JSON data, and then that's the end of the function. the recursion comes in when both of those are true. It then checks the other 4 rooms, basically. So if it's fine, if it sees this room data in the JSON data already, then that's it for that one. It's done.
So, but what happens when it goes to its neighbor?
I also
I
just,
mean,
I also
what-
just
like-
realized that this doesn't really work. I need to do with what I was doing, because if it already contains room data, but what if there's like 3 other rooms attached to that one?
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, so I'm doing it this way. Sorry. I've done it this way before. This should work.
Okay.
All right, and here's where I am wrong and I break my computer again.
Well, I'm praying for it.
My internet just went out and it scared the crap out of me because I didn't know if my project was saved or not.
So rarely saved often.
Yeah. Speaking of which, save.
So speaking of which,
Open Task Manager. So that I can promptly end Unity as soon as it throws up. Okay. But I have 2 Unity editor processes open. Oh, one's Node.js. Okay. Okay. So
also what I meant by doing like keeping track of rooms is sort of like how Minecraft works with chunks, like loaded chunks, and it saves that instead of. I meant like maybe you could have your map is a collection of loaded rooms. Okay, bye Grin.
Bye, Grim.
Yeah, I think is
That, I mean, that's basically
her
what it
brain
is.
was going.
Each room is basically its own little chunk with loaded tiles, and then basically it's
So
getting
then-
saved that way as well.
So then, why can't you do the for int I equals 0, I less than x, and then
I mean, I because right now they're based off of a root room, not in a list.
okay, so yeah, recursion definitely makes a lot more sense.
Right. Like if I at some point too, I really could just make this really easy on myself, and at the end of the build, do the recursion there, create a list that I can access with the IDs linking them. And then that would be fine. That would take care of 90% of the problems I have with this.
Which is what you should do. It should be because you should have a way to make it a list
Right.
of rooms and then serialize it.
Alright. To do.
But you're a professional software engineer,
I'm
so
a-
you're just gonna ignore what I say.
No, I'm not. I'm adding a to do right now to create list of rooms.
What you just did is you said, let's put a pin in it.
What I did is let's put a pin in it. Exactly. Like
Yeah.
that's a great idea that I'm not gonna do for like 2 to 3 weeks. I'm gonna let
But
the
I'm
problem fester and create more
No.
wounds.
I'm just saying that you can then just serialize the list of
I know.
rooms.
I know.
Yep.
All right. So we're gonna repurpose this function. I'm gonna do it right now because you're not gonna get off my ass if I don't.
Well, I have to go to bed very soon because I work at 9 a.m. But
Okay. Well,
like a real person.
like a real person.
Well, because
I got you.
retail shift stores everywhere. But like a 9 to 5 is 9. I only work to 4, but still.
Okay, we're repurposing this whole function.
I will refactor this later. I will refactor this later.
All right, Shiftman, get out of here. I'm so glad I know what's happening. If I hadn't known what was happening and was just sitting here with glossy eyes, that'd be terrible.
that would be the worst.
So if the if the attached room account, what am I saying? If the attached room count is greater than 0, then find the other rooms.
So why wouldn't the list just be a property of the dungeon manager?
What?
Why isn't the room list a property of the dungeon manager?
Because
Or
I
the
wrote this to be a separate thing that I can just plug in anywhere. So that I'm plugging it into the dungeon manager to run the
Hmm.
run the code with the game objects, with the Unity stuff essentially. So like this, the dungeon generation basically gives the basic thing, and then the manager goes in and fills it in with the game object types that actually populate the world.
Oh, okay, so you're doing like almost API level
It's
stuff.
yeah, essentially the generation script here, the dungeon generation.cs is an API essentially.
Okay, that's probably better.
Right. That one I'm confident I did well. I did a good thing
Good,
on.
good boy.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Add room. Get rid of the rest of this code. Trade, do you want we talked about this? No.
She's so perfect for you. Come on, what's wrong with 32 years old?
Yeah,
They still got a lot of life in them.
I'm not trying to go for a cougar here. Sorry.
So what if her name's Tiffany?
All right.
I get the feeling you've been here before.
Don't want to know how you know that, but
Why do you think I haven't streamed in so long?
Tiffany got your balls in a bind, huh?
Well, like a vice, but
Oh,
you know.
okay. That hurts.
Oh yeah.
What is this? Let's come here for late night programming, and here you are, derailing it after helping me.
This is one of those stupid videos where it's like, I programmed after 3 a.m. and this is what happened.
Yeah. 32 and a cougar. It's just experienced. Alright. Alright, hanging. Okay, so I got my room list thing, creating that now. Like a good boy.
Yeah, but did you really solve the problem we were just having though?
Yes, because I'm literally creating a a list of rooms now.
Yeah, but isn't it recursive?
That one function is recursive, and that's creating my list that I can then use later.
Trey, what we were just doing with recursion wasn't working, and now you expect that changing a few names is going to make the recursion work? I can see your fucking smirk. Don't pretend like you can't hear me.
Weird. Cody's gone. He just left.
Yeah, it's crazy. Fuck that asshole.
Be honest. Would you smash Trump's Supreme Court pick? Trump's not going to get a Supreme Court pick.
Well, I mean, first of all, the woman he nominated, yes. And then that's all I have to add.
and that's all I have to say about that.
It's like Forrest Gump, and that's all I have to say about
and
that.
That's about all I have to say about that.
I'm sure that was a deciding factor in his picking her.
I'm sure that was the only factor in him picking her.
I mean, she has to be a judge too, so.
Well, that helps.
Yes. So does her looks.
Okay.
And I saw that, like, Congress was proposing adding term limits to any new Supreme Court justices, and I just completely disagree with that. I think that's a terrible idea.
I don't know.
I do.
I'll take your word on that one. I don't know. I just
Well, it's one of those situations where, you know, as a Supreme Court justice, you are supposed to be one of the people that knows the Constitution and its laws and the interpretation, and you're supposed to know the history.
right.
And so that's a lifelong endeavor. I mean, it's not something that it's not supposed to be a temporary role. I don't think it was ever supposed to be a temporary role.
Mm.
And I just think it's just because they want every president to get to be able to pick 2 Supreme Court justices. I just don't agree with that.
Yeah.
Because it adds this. One of the reasons that they said they were doing it is to prevent future division, like political division, which I get, but that's only when one dies or resigns,
Right.
which is a lot less than twice every 4 years.
Hanging. Shut up. Oh, I'm gonna give them a term limit.
Is that a squirt
This is
gun?
a squirt gun. Okay.
But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it just adds to the politicization. Welcome back, politicization. Yeah, of the whole thing.
Okay.
It was funny because we were talking about like recursion and stuff, and you just kind of left. I was like, oh, okay, bye.
Yeah, my internet decided to take a shit.
Oh yeah, you had to watch the ad.
Like, it's bad enough it disconnects every 30 minutes. It's got to have problems in between, too.
Oh.
I mean, it's free, isn't it? I'm gonna take that as a yeah. Or a disconnect.
Oh no, Trump's pick. Don't send me to life. Don't send me to jail for life. Ooh woo. Nuzzles the official documents. Christ.
Oh, okay, we're back to this. Nice. This T tap. So what is T? Is that like a template?
It's generic type.
Okay.
Like if you look at when you make a regular list,
Yeah.
see how it says it's generic.list of type T. I don't know if you can see that on stream or not, but
I do, yeah.
it's just a.
I get that T is the wait.
It's C# generic type declaration.
Yeah. So then you're just making a generic type room?
Correct. So it's a generic type room with generic type tiles, and the type T is what I use. So like in Unity's case, T becomes game object, or if I just want it, like I did a console test when I was working on it in the beginning, where
it's API stuff.
T was like characters or strings, and so I was just using letters for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bleh.
Bleh. And so then that just means that different types of rooms could.
Right. So it's my modularity, like it's how I'm keeping it, so I can plug and play anywhere.
Good boy. Good professional software developer boy.
Thank you. I can do something right.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Let's not get our hopes up here. Trey, racism will... What?
That Gawk
3000.
I don't even know what that means.
I suck Trump's dick.
At this point,
I suck Trump's dick and he suddenly becomes not a racist. I don't know how that happens. I don't know how that works.
No, I don't even think that's a euphemism. I think it just means Gawk 3000.
I just look at him and just gawk at him and he stops.
Yeah, but like is 3000 like 3,000 milliseconds, so for 3 seconds?
I don't know. I try not to understand the lower, the younger age Zoomers.
Don't Google it.
Don't Google it.
Yeah, so it's definitely 3 seconds.
Christ.
You're doing the double gawk for 3,000 milliseconds. There we go.
I hate this conversation. I'm gonna end my stream.
Aw.
No.
All your viewers will be mad.
I actually have people watching tonight, which kind of surprised me. It's been jumping around too. Sometimes there's like 6, and it's staying constant at 4 though.
Sure, it's at 5 right now.
Is it at 5 right now? Oh,
It's at 5 right now.
wow.
Staying constant at 4 though. Try.
I mean, it's been constant at 4, but it fluctuates between like 4, 5, and 6. You've been streaming for 3 hours now. Don't remind me. Oh shit! It's 11
drink
o'clock.
water.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, speaking of, no, never mind. I have a beer. I'm good.
That's not water.
It has water in it.
Alcoholic.
Recursionaholic.
True. Hey, it's stupid and it works. It's
a
stupid
powerful tool when
and
you
it
know how
still
to use it.
works. Okay, so I generated the room, and that it didn't break, which means my room list is fine. Okay, moment of truth, Cody. Save. Null reference. Well, it didn't crash, so that's good. No, ghetto, get to North ID. It literally just says ghetto North ID because get to is not spaced or anything.
Yeah. Ghetto recursion detected.
Ghetto recursion detected. Where's my ghetto North ID? Where's that?
Shit, they added AI. We can't beat it.
Save dungeon. Okay, so it's happening in the serialize. Let me do a debug of my.
I've got so much going on right now. I've got you guys talking. I've got Maggie's stream open. I've got Couchlands going.
And you wonder why your internet is
Yeah.
shit?
I was like, I think you just solved your problem, buddy.
Oh man, my internet's shit regardless. I'm surprised it's even able to do this shit.
Your computer is filling out your bandwidth.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like a pair of maternity, that's the word, maternity pants.
No one. Ghetto
Hey,
recursion. Run them shoes,
both
bro.
the streams are running at 360p, okay?
Not bad.
My 2 downs got me covered.
That's impressive. Like,
Yeah. And I get a throughput of 1.
well, I mean, as long as you don't plan to
What?
upload YouTube videos, you'll be good.
1 whole byte per second.
Yeah. Yeah,
Megabit per second.
Half a megabit upload.
Yeah.
1 megabit.
It's a past tense byte. Generate.
You're saying byte is past tense of bit?
No, bit was past tense of byte. It's a megabit.
A byte is 8 bits.
True, you're right.
Or if you're a super nerd, you can have a byte, and then you can have a nibble.
I'll say you can have a nibble, which is 4 bits.
Yeah.
Or you can have a nipple.
1 megabit killing Landon and Among Us if we know who the 2 traitors are. Dude, I thought I was pretty good the other night playing Among Us. I thought I was doing pretty good sussing out. As a crewmate, I was definitely doing a good job sussing out who the imposters were, and my round as imposter, I thought I was pretty good.
Dude, I'm #1 crewmate, and I'm so sad that Maggie and I didn't get that one imposter round just because she was on cams.
That was funny.
Why, as a traitor, are you on cams?
That was so funny.
Uh,
Sure.
My room list only added one room. Uh-oh. Ghetto recursion list boy. Args.
No, hold on. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress.
Oh my gosh, do not send this as multiple messages. I swear to God, I will kick you from the server.
I'm not. I'm editing it.
Okay, so hey, guess what? My recursive function didn't work. I don't know what to do.
No fucking shit.
Oh wait, I'm sending a list now, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm returning lists. So the current iteration wouldn't know what the previous iterations had. I played the best game of Among Us the other day. It was a 1v5 and I was the imposter. I killed 3 people before a
Dude.
single one got reported, and the person didn't have a clue it was me. The other person got voted off and I won, and everyone got mad at me. That's awesome. Oh, okay. It's time to summon Big Brain.
Don't you... Wait.
Cody, should I just send my list, my temporary list that I'm using for the recursive function, and just check if it already contains a room?
Yes.
Okay.
That should be part of the base case.
Well, okay, but I thought about it, but then, like...
Oh, don't try to defend yourself. You know what you did.
I thought I would be wrong.
Yeah, I know. And you tried well, alright? I'm proud of you. But you gotta stop trying and start doing. And you gotta lowercase t in the args.
I'm not a good developer.
They didn't hire you because you were good.
What?
I said they didn't hire you because you were good. They hired you because you know me.
Because I what? No memes?
Know me. You know the cub.
Yeah, that's it.
No, but, you know, it's a nice thought.
I think I'm gonna go for a bit, play some VR and stuff. If you're still alive, I'll tune back in. All right. Thanks for stopping by, Potato. Again, thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciate it. Welcome to the family, as fucked up as it is. I hope to see you again sometime. I don't really have a set schedule, but just kind of be on the lookout. Like I said, I play other games and I do some late night programming as well. So
when your phone go burr, you click watch.
When your phone go burr, you answer the call.
My phone's always going burr though.
Your community needs you.
Then answer the fucking call, Grim.
I always do, and they're always like, "Hello, we're calling you about your extended car warranty."
We're calling regarding your vehicle's extended warranty.
Your extended warranty is about to end. Would you like to yada yada yada? And I'm like, nah.
No. I'm good, thanks. When my phone go burr and I watch, the stream will be 2 hours in already because Twitch needs to get their notification shit together. True. I get a lot of late notifications.
You should turn off smart notifications then.
Watch out, Trey likes to start crying at about 2 a.m. It's super weird.
Watch out, we hit that 3 hours 15 minute mark and I'm just bawling.
I'm out!
Why am I like this? I can't do this. It's like looking at like a single line of code that the problem is really easy. I'm just being really fucking stupid about it.
Alright, the real question is do I pop up your stream too,
Yes.
so that I have 3 streams going?
Yes.
No.
If you have to ask, the answer is yes. I'm back. Welcome back, AJ. Oh yeah, watch out.
Wow.
Trey likes to start crying at about 2 a.m. It's super weird. You know what? I think this is gonna be a long stream tonight because I want to try and get some actual. I want to try and get this stuff done. So.
I think Trey,
Strap in.
I don't know what your stream is.
second and just like refactor that. Honestly.
Refactor this?
Yeah,
How? Cody, how? Oh, wait. Shit.
with your
hold
fucking big brain.
on. Wait, what?
That's with your fucking big brain.
Never mind. Didn't take long to find. No!
My fucking big brain. That doesn't help, Cody. Pretty sure this is the best I can get this function. Best I can do is this. Wait, why am I...
Yeah, I don't think that makes sense now because you just added it.
Shut up.
Okay.
I have all the streams running.
And then Trey, and then you should do
Ow.
else return list.
I what?
You should do else return rooms.
But I'm sending it as a reference.
Good for you.
It's the same thing!
Yeah.
I don't need to return a list that I'm sending by reference!
That's the theory, my friend.
It's by
Hey, I'm an author,
reference!
try it. Okay, so here's the deal. I've got Couchlands in 360, Maggie's in 360.
Just drop mine to
Oh,
like
you just
1.
jumped up. you just jumped up. You just jumped up to. Sorry, it's 380, not 360.
Oh.
Oh, nope, never mind. You're back down to 160.
No, it's cool. You don't want to see the mess I'm making of this code.
And I can already hear the mess.
You're better for it.
You're better for it. Yeah, I'm sending the list by reference, so there's no reason to return it. Like,
Have you learned about trees yet?
Yeah, they grow everywhere.
No.
Yes. Well, yes, but actually no. One time Trey yelled, "I'm shitting, I'm farting, I don't know how to potty," while listening to The Less I Know the Better on repeat for 30 minutes. You can't prove that. I won't
Didn't
disprove it,
screen-
but you can't prove that.
If you don't have a clip, it didn't happen.
Clips or it didn't happen. Okay. Moment of truth here. Let's...
Clips didn't happen.
I'm just here comes the 2 a.m. crying because I'm a failure at everything.
No. What?
Well,
What? No. Maybe.
maybe a little. Maybe try harder.
What? No.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta get these all stacked correctly. There we go. Oh, shit. I fucked up the stack.
Okay.
What?
Well, yes, but actually, no. Generate. Well, it's all right. It's gone. I'm gonna start crying.
Oh my god! It just disappeared.
It just disappeared. 625. Get room list. What is the error? I didn't even look at it. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. At 625.
No, that's odd. I guess they're not all the same exact size, are they?
Cody, you can tell me what I did was wrong, and I just don't care.
I'm not gonna do that right now. It's no fun if you don't care.
What?
It's no fun if you don't care.
I
That's
fully
literally just bullying.
I fully realize what I did was stupid, but I just don't care. All right, now that I know that it works, I'm gonna go. Now that I know that that was the issue, I'm just gonna go move this.
Wait, what did you did?
I I just did check if the rooms is null, then I created a new room list.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know from experience.
I know why it's bad. I did it anyway. Room list equals new list of rooms. Trey, want to share a 4-pound tube of peanut butter? No, I'm okay.
Why?
That's
Why?
I'm okay.
Why would you even consider just eating straight peanut butter?
Why is it?
People are gross.
Ow. I
Why
mean,
would you have a 4-pound tube?
yeah,
of
I was
peanut
say I don't know.
It's such a weird like.
That's like
Dude,
because I picture a jar. Like I don't picture a jar of peanut butter. I picture like a fucking tube, like
Yeah,
PVC
exactly.
pipe
uh,
full of
It's
peanut
like a-
butter.
dude, I had a
4-pound.
roommate. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Go ahead, Cody.
I said it while you were apologizing.
Oh, well, fuck you. Anyway, I had a roommate, actually just last year. He would come into the kitchen, grab his jar of peanut butter and a spoon, and walk away.
It's a viable
And
strategy.
when I peeked into the bedroom, he's sitting there and he's just got a spoonful of peanut butter and he's shoving it in his mouth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you are the fattest person I know.
All right, well,
That is disgusting.
all right. Look, man, you didn't have to bring that up on stream. You know, I get it. I'm fat. I just wanted peanut butter. All right, you didn't have to embarrass me like that, man.
Yeah, right. You were my roommate last year?
yeah, 100%.
Wow.
You just didn't know it.
Huh. Oh, yeah, how was Michigan?
That was good. Just warm,
Cold.
pure. Thank you.
Pierre, Michigan. That's it.
Pure Michigan. That's it.
Fair
So-
play, my guy. That's a lot of warnings you got there.
I have one warning. The other are just debug messages.
We got another ghetto warning.
Hey, got another ghetto warning. Ghetto North ID. So it's not set to an instance of an object.
So are you making a game?
Yeah.
Do all of your friends get early access so we can help you debug the thing?
Sure. Still gotta pay for it.
Fuck. I just want free games, man. I can't
Oh,
afford to pay for games.
I just want money.
Look, I just
sorry.
fine, at least let me have CBT and ABT.
I don't even know what that is.
Or sorry, CAT, closed alpha testing and closed
Oh.
beta testing.
Oh, okay, sure. There you go. You can do that.
Fuck yeah.
Um,
It's like, you got your early access, now you have to pay for it, bitch.
yeah, bitch. Thanks for helping me fix it. Now, fucking pay for it.
And start over.
Start over.
No.
Okay, why?
If I ever start on my DJ hobbying, I can do your soundtracks for you.
I might take you up on that. I think my brother's gonna do the one for this one. So
Yeah, I have to get in a stable living environment before I jump into hobbies such as
that's fair.
music production.
that's fair. Okay. So something is null, and it really doesn't like it in JSON serialized world. On the room.
What are you serializing?
Also, when I become super famous as a DJ, y'all not invited.
No, I get it.
No, I'm just kidding.
Trey, what?
Shut up.
Okay. True North ID.
Dude, I love it when my like the Lost Land stream goes from 160 to or 180 to 360, because then the audio quality improves. So weird. Wub 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 wub. Yuki out here slapping with all the wubs.
With all the whoops. Okay.
Damn it! Stop.
Why am I getting
It keeps
this-
dropping the quality of my music stream for yours. That high resolution coding.
Thought it was for that high resolution coding. I honestly, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that my stream is what your internet is prioritizing.
Why are we still here?
It still has yours. I set it automatically to 160.
Oh, good.
Dirty whore.
But Grin, if you set it automatically, then it was manual, and you didn't set it automatically.
Cody, I know where you live.
Yeah.
Alright, I didn't get an error on the save. Time to go check that file. Don't touch that dial.
It just says ghetto recursion.
Alright, let me format document. So I have one room,
Yeah, we had
2 rooms.
480 for a second.
Hell
there.
yeah! Alright, so I got 2 room objects right here.
That's better than 0.
That's better than errors and breaking and a bricked laptop that I had an hour
true.
ago.
Wait, what? You bricked your laptop?
I literally.
Wait, why? No, you have 3 rooms.
Wait, what?
You have 3 rooms.
No, I have 2. 1, 2.
What?
Each of these.
Oh, sorry, you put the right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
So if I check. Okay, so my 2 north IDs. Okay, so those are -1 for anything that doesn't have a room. 2 south is room ID number 2. So then if I check this one, it is number 1 for 2 north ID. There we go. Oh my god! That took way too fucking long. Because I was an idiot. And it's a party.
It's a party in your party, Maggie.
Hey,
That
Maggie.
just makes you think.
You're not done with your stream already, are you? I thought you said yours was going for a long time tonight.
Oh, hey, look. Maggie's in the chat.
You're not the quickest, are you? Nah, I'm on a break.
Dude,
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I
fair
don't.
enough.
I don't have chats pulled up. Okay, fuck you.
I mean, that's fair.
That's fair. It's really hostile.
Wouldn't
but
want to
that's fair.
prioritize the music over there.
I default to hostile. Okay.
Gonna continue playing some more Persona in a minute. Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad you could
What,
come
you
in,
don't wanna
say
help
hello,
the dungeon generator?
and watch me have a breakdown over programming. Thank you.
And then me
Watch
try to
me have a breakdown of my internet running 3 streams at one time. Yours included.
Especially,
watch me write pseudocode on my mail from the union that.
yeah. You got 7 viewers, and that was cool. Hell yeah, yeah. It's a party tonight. I'm kind of surprised.
Oh, it's definitely a party.
Who invited you? Train even check
Nobody.
general. Oh, I
Show
checked.
up, bro.
I checked general. I just wish I hadn't.
Oh.
Alright, gonna go now. Have fun. Hey, you too.
I checked. You know, I get it. That is a tube.
It's a jar. It's a jar. That's not a tube.
It's like a can. A can.
It's a
of
can.
freaking peanut
It's
butter.
not even a jar. It's a can.
Can is better.
What the hell?
I'm heated about a fucking can of peanut butter.
It's a tubular can.
Totally tubular. Sorry. I'll see
I
myself-
love that
see
it
myself.
goes. The skip goes from like line 2 to line 1000. That's scary.
Oh. I didn't even notice that. Yeah.
That's huge. It's so much data.
Well, it's because each tile has its own set of data as well. So
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm aware. It's just,
yeah, it's a bit much
it's just like,
for.
Lyle has a treasure chest.
It's a bit much for a 10 by 10 room, two 10 by 10 rooms.
I thought you had predefined, like rooms.
No, they're randomly generated. I just have a whole random generation script. So like I could change the widths.
Don't do that.
Oh.
I think we need it breaking. Like, no.
Is this supposed to be like a dungeon crawler kind of thing?
Yeah, that's exactly what it's supposed to be like.
It's supposed to be
What
like.
it's supposed to be like.
No, you're doing good. Trey's playing with fire.
I'm playing with fire. You want a room height of 300 and a room width of 6? Here you
Oh,
go.
look.
It's just
Oh,
a
look. It's a tube.
it's a tube. This is a fucking tube hanging.
So what's the proportion for it to be a tube?
I don't know, man. It's like a tube is like long and slim.
Okay, so then what's the proportion to the length and width?
I don't know. The width is 2 times length.
Okay.
Well, it's a tube, so it's a volume. It's 3-dimensional. So like the length and the width. Well, it's a tube. It's a cylinder. So I don't even fucking remember what the area what the volume of a cylinder is.
Trey, stop talking. Oh no, he's gonna start crying. It's only 12.
It's not even 12.
We're ahead of time.
We're ahead of schedule tonight. I'm gonna start crying at 11:40. Why is there a chest right in front of the door? Alright. 4 pounds of creamy peanut butter and Trey. I'm up to no good, for real.
You can make the number of chests that generate proportional,
Oh, you got to go watch an ad.
like proportional to the area of the room.
I mean, I could, but
I'm just giving an option, so that yeah, like that. Wait, is the number of chests
no.
equal to the number of rooms?
Something's broken with the chests. I'm just trying to ignore
Okay.
it right now.
It's like, wait a second. That is a pattern I don't want to exist. Welcome back.
I've done it. What have you done? Alright. So if I save this, destroy it, and then load it, it's gonna cause an error. Hell yeah. That's what I wanted to happen. Yes. Dungeon generation, go down to the load, and now
That moment when the error is what makes it pass the test phase.
it's because I knew it wasn't gonna work. I just wanted to feel like I was smart.
So we load up all 3 streams again.
So I create my room list. So I'm just gonna do room list equals this deserialized object, and then my root room would be the first room. So root room equals. Wait, hold on before I do something stupid.
Before?
I thought we were already in the process of this.
You got the subtle before, and then that's what we're doing, right?
I thought we were already in the process for that. I need a function that.
Can't fault me for being honest.
Trey, you're muted.
Am I?
I could. Well, nope. I just couldn't.
I wasn't really saying anything. Kind of
Yeah.
just contemplating everything I've done for the past
Honestly,
5 years.
Just keep looking at the screen, and it's delayed.
Yeah.
I saw you talking. I didn't hear anything. I was like,
list, and then
A bitch.
oh fuck.
Wait, you can pass in a generic type to the deserialized object function?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I'm using
It makes sense.
yeah,
It
because
just
it knows then what to expect when it gets run later.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. It makes sense. I just
Yeah.
like wow.
It's really nice.
Owen Wilson. Wow.
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 Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Which room in room list?
Wow.
So get the tile roots. And then why is that green? Okay.
Good.
And then for each room in room list, I'm just gonna do it this way. I just keep it simple, stupid.
You'd think.
You'd think, but 4 hours later, 4 hours of streaming would tell you otherwise. 2 north, where r.id is equal to room.2northid.
Okay, but I gotta go to bed.
Okay.
If I go to bed, I mean stop watching your stream and watch a YouTube video or two before I go to bed.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I was helpful somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Just made me feel dumb, which I needed.
Well, that's a good thing for me.
All right. Thanks,
Oh,
bud.
thanks, bud.
Good
No,
night, Cody.
I mean, you made this whole thing. Just because you have trouble in some places and need a fresh set of eyes doesn't mean you're bad.
Yeah.
Despite how much I say it.
Hey, man, I've got you covered. I know all about programs.
All right,
Yeah.
Trey. I'm gonna be honest, and this may come as a surprise. I have no idea what you're doing. That's okay. I'm gonna be honest, and this may come as a surprise. Neither do I.
Whoa.
Whoa. Blow your
Bruh.
fucking mind, man.
I'm good at pretending like I know what's happening.
Yeah, me too.
I'm really good at being honest. Guy's a complete fucking failure.
All right, I'm gonna go now.
Alright. I'm gonna hop my voice.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
Good talking to you.
Mario!
Alright. See you guys.
Bye.
Okay. I'm gonna crank my music back up now. Get that 2014 EDM going. Hopefully it's not too loud. Oh, that's like almost as loud as me. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. Okay, so if north ID is equal to -1, then we want to set it here. Play Cinema by Skrillex or you're lame. No. I don't think I will. And then return north ID. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay, just get rid of all this. I'm about to use magic teleport Belle Delphine. I'm about to use magic to teleport Belle Delphine into your bedroom. What is wrong with you? Why are you the way that you are? um, okay. Glad I started with the fucking dungeon saving. Because this would have never gotten done. Why are you the way that you are? I don't know, man. I've lost myself in the Fortnite funnies. I don't know who I am anymore. Oh, man. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. So why don't get and set take parameters? Because it's a public property. We've used public properties before, Cody. Yeah, I don't remember C# almost at all. That's fair. Just gonna do this. South. With east. Why are we here? Just to suffer? Every morning I feel the double pump spam. Every night I feel the golden scar. What? What the fuck? To be or not to be? That is the question. Okay. I don't know what kind of fucking drugs you guys are on, but you need to stop. Okay, so that should have let my deserializer put that into the thing then. The good kind. Trey, would you bring back YouTube poop if given the power? No. This may come as a surprise, but I wasn't the type of person to like YouTube poop. Room.2north equals roomlist.where r.id is equal to room.2north. So this should be good then. This should set my rooms to what they need to be. like Belle Delphine in your bedroom kind. Cody, not you too. Cody, go to bed. Watch your YouTube and go to bed. Okay, bye. Night, Cody. Thanks for your help. I've gotten an e-girl to simp for me. What power do I wield? I am a threat. Jesus Christ. Rooms isn't... No, this is the function itself. Room.get rooms. I'm pulsating with power. I feel the lights grow brighter. I am an omnipotent being. Oh, great. He's got himself a power fucking trip now. It's lovely. It's what we all need. We gotta return a list of room teas and just return our room list. I heard you say, I feel the lights grow brighter. What? I said grow brighter. I mean, if Ryder's into it, I guess the lights can grope him, but yeah, it's not what I said. Oh god. Oh my gosh. Room list. Okay. I'm gonna pull up and kiss on yo mama, sister, and auntie. Hide them. Jesus Christ. Okay. Ugh. She can simp all she want. Oh, hanging. I'm so glad I don't show chat on the stream anymore. I did it. After 4 hours, we are now able to save and load rooms. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Hanging. Thank you. I've been in here for an hour and my bullshit has only gotten worse. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Okay, so now if I launch this, should be able to just kind of hop in. Oh boy, that's quick. I just teleported me all the way down to the bottom room, and then that one teleports me all the way to the top. That's not right. But that's different issue. I'm gonna take. Alright, I'm downloading games, so the stream's gonna be buggy for me, so I'm gonna head out. Have a great rest of your stream, Trey, and let me know if you want to play something later tonight. No, I'm gonna cut my losses. I'm gonna call it there. I got the saving and loading done. Oh, my brain is tired. Good night, AJ. Good night. I think I'm gonna end that there. Oh, Potato, you could not have come back at a worse time. But I got everything fixed with Cody's help, so we can save and load save and load the dungeons now, which is good. Next time I do late night programming, I don't know when that'll be, but next time I will do a I'll work on saving the player data then. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna get off. My brain is tired. Sleep easy. Good night, homie. You too, man. You too. Again, Potato, thank you for following. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you everybody who came out to watch. Greatly appreciate it. Had some good numbers today. Had 6 people watching. It's a lot at one time. So I was pretty happy about that. Be sure to check out me on Twitter, ThinkLink99. Check out the subreddit r/ThinkLink99, and check out my merch, teespring.com/store/ThinkLink99-merch. Bye. Love you, no homo. Full homo. All right. That's gonna be it for me, guys. So thank you. Good night, and peace out.